Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest crypto community in all the interwebs. That's right, guys. Happy 4th of July. My name is Ben. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. And today, we are going to be talking about two exciting things. Number one, Bitcoin, and number two, XRP. And I'm going to tell you why something going on is more indication of what I've been telling you. This coin is going to blast off towards the end of this year. You really should consider yourself fortunate that you still have time to accumulate XRP. I mean, really, the SEC lawsuit is going to turn out to be a blessing in disguise. I'll tell you more about why XRP is once again making moves and why it's important and why it ties into everything that we've been talking about. So here's the situation with Bitcoin right now. Well, you know what? Before I get to that, I do want to say, obviously, happy 4th of July. Love America. I love this country. There's no country I would have rather been born in, no place I would rather live. You know, international travel sounds fun, you know, but I like hamburgers. You know, I like hamburgers and chicken wings. And I think that America is going to be destined for greatness again. We might have to clean some stuff up. We're having to clean some things up for sure. And just obviously want to say a big thank you to anyone who has ever served in the military. You know, because of people like you, we're able to live free here. Some people would tell you that, you know, freedom's an illusion. Would tell you that we're all under control and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Well, let me tell you what. I went from nothing to something. And you don't get that opportunity in every country. In America, we do have that opportunity where I can start a business, I can start a YouTube channel, and I can become a millionaire, you know, when I was living paycheck to paycheck. And America affords that opportunity to more people than any other country in the world, in my opinion. So if you're an America hater, I'll go ahead and tell you, see yourself out. So love God, love my family, love America. That's the order right there. That's how you keep it prioritized. So back to Bitcoin though here, guys. What is going on with Bitcoin right now? It's over $35,000. Unbelievable. People are saying this is going to be the worst weekend ever. And just like I told you guys on Friday, I got tricked by the last time we saw something like this, which of course was the Memorial Day weekend. It looked like things were going to dump and I fell victim to it. I did end up getting a better entry point. I bought 10 Bitcoin with the altcoin money that I moved over that time. But you know what? I learned a lesson. Just because everybody's saying it's going to dump and it's a holiday weekend, it seems like a perfect storm, it doesn't mean that's going to happen. The manipulation on the market has slowed down tremendously. How do we know that? Because Bitcoin has been slowly stepping up ever since last weekend. It's a slow step. It's not a gigantic pump. It's not a gigantic dump. Those are whale moves. However, we are seeing some whale accumulation moves right now. That's right. 60,000 Bitcoin have been bought in the last 24 hours by whales. The time to get in on these price points as we head towards part 2 of this bull run, as it is coming sooner rather than later, your time to accumulate is drawing nigh. And this is yet another indication. Over the previous 6 weeks, there were about 100,000 Bitcoin bought. Right now, by a certain cluster of whale addresses, 60,000 added in a day. That will tell you everything you need to know. I've been telling you guys the middle of this month is where the hot action is going to be for Bitcoin. A lot of people are nervous, including Alex Mashinsky. We talked about how of Celsius, the creator of Voice over IP as well. I've met him several times. I love Alex, love Celsius, great company, and a great guy. And out here trying to push the same kind of things that we are, which is, you know, people changing their lives and getting financially set free, okay? Talked about a couple days ago in the live stream how he said Bitcoin was going to $160,000 by the end of this year. Now, that's very exciting. But he actually says that he believes we have had 2 capitulation events. One of those events was obviously the massive sell-off led by the environmental concerns spoken out by the muskrat. Number 2, second capitulation, the Bitcoin mining FUD month. And if you didn't see my video, or no, excuse me, not my video, my tweet on Twitter that I retweeted a couple days ago about the timeline of the Chinese FUD attack against Bitcoin all over the month of June. You should definitely go check that out. I can't remember the original guy who tweeted that. I wish I could right now because it was phenomenal. Alex Mashinsky believes those are 2 capitulation events we have had. He actually thinks that there will be a 3rd capitulation event that will take place around the grayscale news coming on later in this month, where they're going to be allowing people to sell their shares again. I to be honest with you, I didn't know 100% what it's about, but there's big grayscale news. We might look at it a little more this week as we get a little bit closer. That's a pretty common thought. A lot of people have been saying that. However, I've been told from my sources that that is not going to have a significant push on the market. The momentum will be moving up. Maybe it will cause a little correction, but we should be heading up by the time that happens. That's on July 17th. So if we do get that, a big move down, a capitulation, it would be the last one. But I don't think we're going to see that. I think by the end of July, we are going to be absolutely rolling, absolutely moving. Very excited to see what is going to happen on that front. So, Bitcoin, looking bullish. Price, looking bullish. If you want to trade Bitcoin or you want a place to buy XRP, by the way, you guys can do that at ByBit, bitboycrypto.com/deals. One of the very few places that not only can you trade XRP on leverage, but you can actually trade Bitcoin or Ethereum for XRP. You don't even have to leverage trade. It's kind of a loophole a lot of people don't know about. But this is what I would tell you. What I would tell you is Ripple is continuing to make moves. We just looked this week. They hired a former MasterCard executive. They made a giant investment in Mintable. They're very interested in pushing the space forward. Why? Because they know the role that they are going to be playing. And once again, as always, this is not a statement on my love for XRP. This is more a statement of my love for money and my love for knowing to go with the whales and to know that XRP is going to crush it this year. I absolutely believe that for 100%. And I want the BitSquad. What's my number one concern for this channel? My number one concern is not me making money. I've already made money. I'm rich, guys. My main concern is getting you there. If you philosophically disagree with Ripple Labs and you refuse to invest in them because of that, then I understand that, and that's on you. Certainly, you should have the right to do whatever you want to do. Got a weird glare going on in here. But you should certainly be able to do whatever you want to do. It's not that big of a deal if you don't want to invest in it. But if you want to make money and you're not opposed philosophically to the centralized banker coin, if you will, that's what people call it, then XRP is offering an incredible opportunity to people. Ripple Labs, a 3rd move this week. Now a 3rd major move that they've made. They have now invested, I can't remember the exact number. I want to say it's over $100 million. I don't have the story pulled up in front of me now. When I ride around in the car and do these videos, I just kind of go off memory. I think the name of the bank is X-Bank, E-X-B-A-N-K. I can't remember for 100%. Here's what you need to know. Ripple just dropped a boatload of money into a Brazilian bank that has connections back to many of the other banks that Ripple Labs is already working with. They are looking ahead, trying to get into the South American market. But what you need to know is, I've been telling you guys for a while that I'm getting information that is saying, not from the XRP army, I always had to point that out, that these central banks around the world are gearing up to take XRP, to actually use XRP for its use case once this SEC lawsuit is cleared away. This bank in Brazil has a lot of ties to the same banks that we've seen, Santander, for instance, many of the other banks that they've been getting involved with. This is part of the banking cartel, and the banking cartel has decided that they want XRP to be the token, to be the settlement coin, to be the payment settlement coin of the central banking system. Now, do we want that? Do we love that? Well, it'll be great for the price, and that's why I continue to tell you guys, everything that Ripple Labs is doing is pushing the same narrative that they are going to be still up, still working, slap on the wrist from the SEC. They're making big moves right now, getting ready for the post-SEC lawsuit, action. And I know for one, my XRP portfolio is at a good place. And if you want to invest in it, then hey, that's on you. Yours could be in a good place as well. Really excited to see how all of this turns out. And I think in about 1 to 2 years, people are going to look back on a lot of these videos that I've been making about XRP, and they're going to say, what did he know? How did he know that? Well, I got sources, guys. I got sources. All right, well, that's all I got. Just want to say once again, happy 4th of July. I hope you guys have a safe holiday. You know, our 4th of July celebrations are always alcohol free, but if you're out there, you know, using alcohol today, and, you know, make sure you guys are being safe. Don't drive, get a DUI, or no, don't get a DUI. Get a designated driver, or you know what, just stay your butt at home. You guys be safe. Don't lose a hand shooting fireworks. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.